G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we are looking at the Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Origin Bumblebee, and I had to hold the box in my hand because I didn't think I was going to be able to remember all that. So yeah, here he is. So this is more than meets the eye, basically, G1 Bumblebee. And I've been looking forward to this guy for a while. Unfortunately, I would have reviewed him about, 3-4 weeks ago if it didn't take over a month to get this guy. And honestly, I'm not going to go into details, but it did take a while for it to finally get here. So at least it's here now. And he is a rather nice figure. Now, I will admit, wholeheartedly, I will admit that I did buy this guy for his alt mode. That's it. Alt mode, that's all I wanted it for. I've also pre-ordered the Jazz, and I'm looking forward to if they ever do the Wheeljack. But if I get any of those, including I thought I was zoomed in. When I do get the Jazz, the Wheeljack, they're all for alt mode. I'm not getting them for their bot mode, so this guy will not be present in his robot mode. But he is alright for the most part. I will point out that the packaging is a little bit misleading. So here's the packaging. You can see it shows a silver jetpack, which is near me, a silver gun, and and I just looked this up. The conductor coils, I think they're called, look more yellow than they are, because here's one of them. It's orange, and I won't lie, that's what disappoints me about this figure, is these conduction coils. Yes, I'm sure you could shine a light through them to brighten it up, but they didn't need to be orange. Surely they could have used a bright yellow plastic to look like it still had power in it. So of all the issues I have with this figure, which aren't many, that's what disappointed me the most. It's not that the gun wasn't silver; it should have been blue technically, and the fact that the jetpack is black, which should be black and grey. But those conductive coils are orange instead of a decent bright yellow. So here he is, as I said, in his robot mode. And I don't know if it's intentional, but I'll show it when I get into articulation. So this guy does one thing that even my masterpiece, which I have MP21G, which I will leave a link up the top if you want to have a look at that. He actually has butterfly hinges. Now, technically they're part of the transformation, but you can use it to pull off poses. But let's get our first size comparisons out of the way. Let's bring in MP10. And there he is there. He's obviously really tiny, which is to be expected. Now he's Bumblebee. He's a mini bot, simple as that. And here he is with MP21G, which honestly, it's only a smidgen difference in height, honestly. It's like he comes up to, if you just go from his head, basically shoulder height, and then the rest is B. So there is that. So let's get down to articulation. I feel like I'm a little bit too far away from my table. Sorry about that if I just gave him motion sickness. I'm in a rather weird position, I don't know why. So we're just going to take the gun in his hand for the time being. Let's put that aside. So, and let's get down to articulation. So head can do a full 360. It can look up that far, look down, not really. Can do a little tiny bit of side to side, give or take. Arms can do a full 360, but you are going to hit backpack. Arms can go out this far. Bicep rotation, single jointed elbow, which gets you just above 90. No hands rotation because it's a pin, and that's just transformation. You do get like I said, a butterfly joint. So if you want to, you can fiddle with things and actually get into across his chest if you really wanted to. Now, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's pretty cool that he actually has a butterfly joint. He has waist rotation, most likely more hip rotation. Legs can go up that far, can go forward that far, can go way further back, and that could be to do with the transformation. He has hip rotation. This piece gets in the way, but if you pull that out a little bit, you did get a pretty decent knee bend there. I think there's actually, there's a second hinge there if I can get it. So you can probably get further, but then backpack and all the rest of that. He does have ankle tilt, which goes a long way, but that's more for transformation. So if you want, you can just get that, which is the same. You can pull it out and get a toe bend down and get a toe bend way up. So there we go. And that is it for articulation. So let's have a look at his accessories while we have him in robot mode. Like I said, he does come with a jetpack. So just like, which is really going to be fun because it's all black. Let's see if I can angle it. So obviously this would be the jetpack from Dinobot Island Part 1. I loved those episodes. Which was, as I said, it should be a grey and black. Got a giant hole in the back. You could probably put effect parts in there. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, it does have spots here and here, which will come more into vehicle mode. There's this big old hole back there for this, and here's some in his shoulders. But he doesn't have... I want to say there's nowhere for like the effects that look like he's getting shot. So try to keep that focused. And plug that into the back, like so. And now he can fly, which I suppose he hovers standardly. So it is what it is. Get that all out. And as I said, we've had a look at the gun, but I'll give it a slightly better look. Once again, it's all black, so it's not very easy to see, if at all. So simple black, solid piece, but simple black. And of course, we've already had a look at them, but have a closer look. So we have our rods. We have 5 of them, and as far as I know, there is no way to actually put these on the figure. Not that I've had a closer look at them, but like I said, I wish they were more of a yellow than an orange, because these look like they're empty. They're dead. You know, the mission to go get the energy because they're running out is useless because Wheeljack and, well, in this case, Bumblebee are bringing back dead power supplies. So, yeah, it should have been a brighter yellow than a dull orange. So, yeah, I'll put them on my display somewhere, but yeah, I'm still not happy about that. So there we go. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'll put a picture here of a photo I did find when I was ordering this guy. Once again, a better example of how this guy looked versus how you actually get him, just in case. But he'll be there somewhere. So let's get this guy down to transformation. So you're going to flip this back, and you're going to flip it out a bit, and then you want to lift all this up, and these are going to press in. Trust me, that locks really well. Next, he's going to do something that honestly reminds me of Siege Springer. So if we bring this down all the way, the arms we don't have to worry about too much. You're going to flip down and up. So this all is going to come above his head. This is going to fold in, and this is going to flip up into here, and sort of tab in the sides, here and here, and that will fill out his front grille. Now, honestly, that reminds me of Springer's chest piece when he goes into vehicle mode. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to flip the hands back, which can be slightly difficult getting back out. You're going to use those joints along with this port here and this tab here, and they're going to meet in the middle. Oh, hang on, I forgot a step. We want to twist that hip around too, so we'll quickly get that out of the way. So that's going to flip in, like so, and then this is going to flip in, and they should tab nice and tightly together, like so. There we go. All right, now the legs. Let's see. Now, I have found that these want to pop off, and these want to pop off, so if they pop off, don't be too surprised. So here we go. So we're going to pull the foot down to give us a bit of clearance. This is going to flip out, and then this is going to flip around like so. Then we're going to take the foot, we're going to bring it in, and we're going to twist it. Where are you? Is it twisted? No, the foot stays where it is. This slides up. So this will pop off more than likely. This will pop off eventually. So lift that up. That tab's going to go into this port here. Just sort of fold that in on itself, if I can get it. There we go. Fold out of itself more likely. Like so. And that gives us one leg pretty much done. We're going to rotate so this is sideways because this will come under here, but we'll leave it for the time being. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. So pull out the foot, flip out, flip that out. See, pop off. Thankfully, it's easy to put back on again. There we go. That's going to go around, lift that up, fold back, and tab in. And then we want to, which way are we? Fold it out. Now, this has a part that, while I admit I have a Facebook group that I usually post on when I get my figures that I've been in for years, this hook tab has me concerned because honestly I feel like that's going to break, but other members of the group that have this figure have said that they've transformed this guy multiple times and that has never been a problem. Honestly, I'd say take it for what it is, but don't go stupid crazy. You know, honestly, I think considering this is designed for a kid, that's going to snap. Eventually, it's going to snap. So you're going to fold in. So this is all going to come in. And this is going to fold under here. So fold that under there. Get that sort of in place. Oop, this side wing just popped out. Get back in there. There we go. So in, under. I don't know why that is popping out now. And then this is going to go under here, under his crotch plate. And voila, we have one side together. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So under, that worked better. Over that hook tab, at the same time getting under, and hook it together. Give it a bit of a squeeze. Honestly, I find it funny. These don't go in quite well enough, yet originally when I transformed this guy, I didn't put the windscreen in properly enough, and these things actually seem to line up better. So it is what it is. I'm legit just looking to see if there's any tabs or anything that I've missed. I don't think there is. I think it's just the way it's going to sit. And there he is in Cybertron mode. And he's nice. He's a decent size for a Cybertron mode. You know, he compacts pretty well. You know, yes, there's a lot of kibble underneath, but where are you going to put the kibble? I also like that this is here, but that doesn't really do anything. Like there's no wheels or anything. The only other thing I don't like, and it's more prevalent on the right side than the left, is these. So that's the sort of the plastic of the leg. So this would be the front of the leg. And it bleeds through, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. It completely breaks up the back end. Now, if you're looking at it from, say, that angle, you're fine. But if you, for whatever reason, decide to say put it up this way, all this bleeds through, and there's even bleed through here, but more so this side. So I don't really like that. And you can see you probably can't see it very well on the camera, but you can, in person, you can see how the painted bits here and here, I don't think there's any paint here, but you can see the contrast between the painted bits and the plastic in general. But it's still nice. Like, it's a mainstream figure. You know, sure, I would expect more from a third party or a masterpiece, but this is, you know, I don't know. It's a mainstream figure. You know, it's meant to be played by kids. So I'm surprised there's any paint on it at all. But so I'm honestly pretty happy with that. I actually quite like the way this looks. Yes, you get these big old chunks here where it's needed for folding, but I quite like it. I'm very happy with this figure, you know, apart from issues I have with it. As for storage, we can bring in the jetpack, and that can easily plug on there if you want. If you wanted to have a little bit more booster power. And of course, you can take his gun and you can put it on the top. The box, the pictures on the box and whatnot show it sort of plugged in on the sides, but obviously it probably would make more sense if I can even get it in there. Can I? Maybe it's too, surely it's not too big. No, it's actually too big for that. It gets on the side, but you can't actually put it on the top. That's rather bizarre, and I think I did a little bit of paint chipping there. As for the rods, yeah, there's nowhere. Oh, nah, I think that's a bit of a extreme. Also, I think that would actually be counted as a, if you can see it. Probably can't. This piece right here, you probably use it for the effects parts. But yeah, like there's even some details. You get these here, you get this here, and Bumblebee just smirks from underneath. But yeah, it's fine. I'm perfectly happy with it. As for final size comparison, here he is with Windblade. So you can see how big he is compared to Windblade. So he's half her length. Obviously she's wider and taller and all that, but I'm not disappointed. So yeah, so I quite like this figure, you know. The transformation's easy. Yes, that scares the shit out of me. So remember, as I say, lefty loosey, righty tighty. In this case, righty panel lifty uppy first. Because, like I said, if you try to force that, you're probably going to break the hook tab. So far, I haven't broken it yet. But honestly, it's only a matter of time. I reckon that's going to go. I really do. But so he's going to be staying in Cybertron mode now. So it is what it is. Yeah, maybe I might transform him for when Jazz, and if Wheeljack ever comes out. Because Wheeljack hasn't been announced yet. We know Jazz is coming. I pre-ordered Jazz, but there's been nothing about a Wheeljack. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with him. You know, despite how long it took. You know, he's going to sit nice and pretty on my shelf somewhere. So I'm pretty happy about that. So there we go. So if you liked that video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you, it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this guy. I know Mars Toys had their sort of third-party version of this, but honestly, I think this guy looks better, and I don't have them, so I can't physically compare them, but from what I saw of videos in the past, this guy honestly looks so much better than they do. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.